This your girl Ray. Do another video real quick. 914 Westchester County, New York. We always on top, never gonna be on the bottom. Even though I don't live in New York no more, New York lives in me. You can take me out of New York. You can take me physically out of New York. New York is inside of me. And I just want to start the video off by just saying I am so proud of these YouTubers. I'm proud of Rainy. I'm proud of Sis with a wrench. I'm proud of Mr. Skinny TV. Because you know what they doing? They doing something that should have been done on YouTube a long time ago. And only thing they doing is talking to each other. Talking to each other. You might not agree with each other, but you are talking to each other. Then you went another step higher. I have nothing to do but respect that. I bow humbly. I take my hat off to you. I went to work this morning. I don't usually work on Sundays. I want to say certain YouTubers encourage me to work on weekends also, because usually I don't. I don't work weekends. But today was a wonderful day. I had a wonderful time with my co-worker, even though I know she's a little off in her head a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? I talked to her. She talked to me. We was doing the work. We was getting everything knocked out real quick. We got everything knocked out at 1 o'clock. And the lady enjoyed us so much, she gave us a little more work to do. And I told my coworker a story, what happened to me a few months ago. And I was living in a house off of Dorchester Road down here in North Charleston, South Carolina. And what happened was the landlord put the house up for sale. And a commercial came on talking about buying houses that was up for sale. Even if you have a tenant living in there, they'll buy the house. And I made 2 different jokes about being confronted with that issue. And the woman laughed. I mean, she laughed. I mean, the whole ice broke. Even though she talked to herself a little bit, she didn't talk to herself that long. I recognize what my sister going through, because I went through it years ago. I still go through it. And me and her was talking, and she was laughing, and then she said, "Yo, Ray, I would like to come visit you at your house." And I told her, I said, I don't usually take visitors, but for my job, but, if you want to come by, you can, come by. We shoot the breeze, look at a few movies, drink a few beers, smoke our little cigarettes, talk shit. It is what it is. And, and she was like, "Yo, you basically the only woman I can really work with." I'm like, "Why is that?" But I know how she feels. People come to work, they disappear, they don't want to do shit. We've been ditched on jobs before. And there was a job that she worked a couple of months ago, and she found out that she was doing all the work. So the woman spazzed. Well, to make a long story short, after she spazzed, what happened? They signed her ticket. They gave her the 8 hours. They said, "Thank you, but do not come back." And the woman was not drunk. The woman was not high or anything. The woman going through a tough time. She's not homeless or nothing. She's going through a tough time. And I don't blame her. You know, I have not spazzed on people on the job. And sometimes when I go to certain jobs, I ask to be on a ticket by myself. That way, if, you know, the other person decide to leave, they're not taking the ticket with them. See, I work through a temp agency. Been working with a temp agency for like a couple of months. On and off. I had regular jobs, but I always go back to the temps. But tomorrow, I'm supposed to go back to the job. But I'm going to call them in the morning and let them know I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be going for another job interview. I'm doing an upgrade of what I need to be doing for myself. And the only reason why I know about this upgrade, because I used to not care about it. Listening to Miss 504, listening to Rainy, Hot Topics, listening to Empress Lonnie One Love, listening to Miss Ellie Nobody, listening to Miss James, Eva James podcast, listening to the Rabbits, listening to Sis. See, I don't just look at YouTube like as an entertainment tool. I look at it for information. How to live my life for real, on these streets. I've been out here for years. I've been doing it my way. Now I want to try a different way. And somebody told me the other day, said, yo, go over to this other place. They're going to pay you more money. You're going to be doing warehouse work. Do it. And I have to do it because I have to prepare myself to be taking on other responsibilities for this house situation I'm in. And I'm not angry about it. I'm a little, apprehensive, but I'll be all right. I'm a little upset and depressed that my mother's estate has not, done what they need to do. It's fine with me. I've been on my own for a long period of time. Before I went to prison, before I went to jail, before I went to job corps, I was on my own in the world. So I had to figure out ways to get around certain stuff, how to do certain stuff, how to talk to people, how to meet with people, how to pick my own battles. Because when you go on a job, you're not supposed to be arguing with somebody or fighting with them. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's dumb shit. That's high school shit. That's little kid shit. Oh, they breathed on me too much. No. I used to do that years ago when I was in fucking prison. Because they treat you like you're a fucking kid in there. So you respond like a kid. But I'm going to tell you something. When I was in prison, those women I was locked up with, they told me, stop that bullshit. Get yourself together and get these fucking books. And start reading them. Chad, let me tell you something. When I was in prison, I was so terrible. I had to stay on lockup for 3 years and 9 months in a room by myself. I learned myself real quick. And I learned other people real quick. And I used my anger and all that to get through my prison experience. Now, when I came onto the street was different. The stuff I used to do in prison, I can't do out here. Because if I do out here, I go back to prison. And I'm close to 50 years old, man. I ain't got no time for no bullshit. So I sit down, I listen to certain YouTubers. I hear the beefs, I hear the arguments, I hear the dysfunction on YouTube. But I'm grateful for it because what it's doing is helping me to grow. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the music. I enjoy everything. That's all I wanted to say. I'm not talking shit about nobody. I talk shit about myself before I talk shit about anybody. And those of you that visit my YouTube page, you can see where I talk shit about myself. Mostly about myself. My downfalls, my insecurities, who hurt me, why I'm so angry, why I come on jobs and into the world like a bitch, like growling, like really dangerous shit, man. And I do that to keep people away from me. It is what it is. And I did invite another woman years ago. She was my coworker from another company. She came to my house. I mean, we sat there, we watched TV, we ate food, we played cards, and she enjoyed herself. But the thing about it is she was barred from coming to my house again because of her boyfriend. The boyfriend got upset. He looked at me like, yo, she don't dress like a woman. She look like a dude. Straight up dude. Where is she from? And the woman's like, yo, she from New York. And he said, I don't really want you to hang with her too tough because you know how New York bitches get down. It is what it is. I just sit there and enjoy my coworkers. I talk to them. I work with them if they can work. If they can't work, I do what I need to do to make the job successful. I'm not bragging on myself. I just need to do what I need to do. I'm close to 50 years old. I'm close to 13 years. In the next 13 years, I will be retiring if I live that long. I wanted an early retirement, but it's not going to happen. It is what it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We always on top, never going to be on bottom. Thank you. My favorite YouTubers, thank you. And I understand the beefs. I understand the arguments. I understand the dysfunction. I understand everything. But there's a bright tunnel through all that. And Tommy Sotomayor taught me that years ago. Years ago. Because who am I? The BT 1000. All right, peace. New York love.